Rachel Yankunis joining us now live. Rachel, with the reality of these tragic crimes having had time to set in now, what was the reaction among people you spoke to tonight?
Mark, members of the Chinese community tell me that whether they knew the victims or not, they are still shocked by this. They also tell me that this church behind me, the Chinese Christian church, plays a huge role in their community, though we do not know if the victims worshipped here. Now, I also went to the Chinese Community Center in Latham, and they tell me that the violence yesterday does not reflect their culture. Nori Turner has been a member at this Chinese community center for years. It's a center, she tells me, that plays an intricate role in the Chinese community, a place where the Chinese community can feel at home when home is half a world away.
Like when they come here and get together, it's just like their home, you know. You can see, and they're free. They speak with their language.
So imagine her disbelief when learning of the quadruple homicide in Guilderland. She didn't know the victims and didn't know if they were members here, but she's just as shocked as the rest of the community.
That's kind of like sad. It's really bad, yeah.
I went to this market, a place the victims were known to shop at. People here did not want to go on camera, but they say they knew the adults and the two little boys as frequent customers. They too still trying to figure out why their murders happened. At the Chinese Christian church in Albany, member Yin Kayang tells me the violence that happened here at 1846 Western Avenue doesn't make sense.
Chinese culture is very peaceful, traditionally.
He says he doesn't know if the victims once worshipped here, but says his church teaches what most churches would: forgiveness.
Recently, in our country right now, have an economic hard time for many people, maybe a hard time. I hope everybody, maybe you are very sad or angry with that, but we need to just forgive.
Now, as I said, members of the Chinese community, whether they knew the victims or not, they are deeply saddened by this tragedy. Now, Eng tells me that they will pray for them here, pray for everyone involved, I should say, here at his church at Sunday's worship. For now, live in Albany, I'm Rachel Yankunis, News 10, ABC.